Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. We got us the Bronco.
That's why it's dancing, and what I call the Bruichladdich Blue, but everybody else calls it the Classic Laddie.
The Classic Laddie.
Test it!
Let's test it.
Alright, Bruno, so we had this bottle for quite some time, and we're just now getting around to it. First of all, what do you think of the color? It's like an opal.
I love
pearl.
and I hate the Bruichladdich packaging.
Their cans are phenomenal.
The nice cans, the bottle design, the solid colors.
They got a plastic thing in there that keeps this thing in place.
The writing on the bottle, it's very nice. I love it, but I hate that I can't see the level of the whiskey.
Okay. Okay.
How much is left? I don't know. Should I finish it? I don't know how much is in there. Do you
That's a
want
good
some?
point. I never thought of that. Same deal with the black arts. You just don't know how much is in there.
I do. I love it, but then I'm like,
That is true. But it's
I don't know
unique,
how
though.
much. Yeah.
It is unique.
You had a scale and you could weigh it, and each time and you mark it on the can like 460 grams.
We need to invent that, a whiskey scale.
410 grams. So
here's what your bottle is, and boom, that's the beginning, and now we know. And the bottle weighs this much, you can tell. Yeah, there we go. There's our invention, the whiskey scale. And as soon as we do that, they'll clear up their bottles. They'll make them clear.
This was my Christmas syrupy.
I love the syrupy. Now,
I
you gotta admit, I knew syrupy right off the...
You knew syrupy. I had to look it up. I knew it wasn't a poncho. My father-in-law and mother-in-law got this for me, and they were like, it's a poncho. I'm like, well, it's like a poncho, but there's another name for it, and I had to look it up.
You know what it is? Pommel.
No.
Apparently, I don't know what the lightsaber pommel is.
But I had to look it up and found out syrupy.
Syrupy. I hit that right on the head. Love it. What did I say? Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Gail got that for you? Picked it out? She picked it out?
Yeah.
Love Gail. She thinks I look like bearded Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland.
With the beard from Invasion of the Body Snatchers. She got that specific once. And then she even said Donald's not as good looking as Kiefer. I'm like, what the hell? So you just said I look like bearded Donald. And then she took it back to the 70s with Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and then basically said, and ugly. What are you thinking here? You want to get into this?
Yeah. You got off on a tangent there.
That never happens. All right.
This is one of the base, kind of the entry-level Bruichladdich.
It is the classic Laddie.
Yes, and I wanted to say 12-year, but it's an NAS. It doesn't say 12-year anywhere on it.
It's 50%.
It's an ISLAY whiskey. It's an unpeated ISLAY whiskey.
Right, which shocked people early on.
Yes.
Because a lot of...
It was like the first or the
peated
only
stuff,
at the time unpeated ISLAY whiskey.
Right. So, now I will tell you their Port Charlotte bottles are clear. So you can see those.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you have right back there.
Bingo. Yep, both their Scottish barley and their Islay barley. Now, what'd you get on the nose? You sipped already.
Sorry about that, I did.
You couldn't help it. It beckoned you. It beckoned.
On the nose, I get a very strong malt.
Yeah, I was going to say a cereal.
And a slight citrus sweetness to go along with it. But that's really the only notes that I'm getting. I can tell you there's a pear type citrus sweetness with it and malt.
Now see, my nose isn't quite as a strong malt. I get that cereal note. I don't know about you guys, but when you first open that bag of cornflakes or whatever, and you kind of get that
Cheerios.
Or Cheerios, you get that fresh, it's the cereal that's inside there. And that's kind of the nose that I'm getting now. A hint of sweetness. A little, like you said, a little pear underneath, something a little fruity. And it says like refreshing and light at the same time.
Now also it is 50%, so it is coming in a little bit stronger even than the majority of scotches.
That's what I like about it.
Coming in 40, 43, even at 46%, or this is beaten out.
Yeah.
And neat, it's not that bad.
Oh, it's delicious.
There's a little bit of burn there with it. I'm going to go ahead and throw my water in. But you
Yeah,
don't have
the,
that much in there.
What?
Water.
Sorry. Very critical of my water letting. All right, you messed me up now. I had the taste neat.
Now I was going to tell you on the nose too. I was getting a little nut, which I didn't have in my notes, but I do have on the taste. I get an almond with it.
Yeah, I've got. I kind of get what I put as a little bit of nut, but also like a leathery malt. And on the nose, well, let me put some water in and see if I can get some more out of the nose.
Yeah, and see, actually, the first time that I tasted this from my notes, I have that I took several sips of it before I added water, and I didn't even realize at that time that it was 50%.
Yeah.
But on the taste, though, I'm also getting some of the oak. I get that almond. I get a citrus sweetness and a strong maltiness to it.
See, on the nose with a little bit of water, I get almost like a hint of clay, like a light clay. You know, you do a lot of pot making on one of the. I didn't mean that way. You know, like Ghost when they're spinning the wheel there, and we're going.
Yeah.
All right. It smells like that wet clay you get right out of the bag right before you make pottery.
I've never actually made.
They made
pottery.
it look cool in Ghost. Way back when, I'm blanking on her name.
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore was young, very young. Patrick Swayze, still alive, also young. And Whoopi was about to make her debut as the...
No, she wasn't. That wasn't her.
Was she in a
debut.
few
was
things?
Yeah, she
That was the first time I
well,
saw
I
her.
think before that.
Because she was the seance medium, fake, totally fake jive. And then all of a sudden she's legit.
Yeah.
And that was a good show. Yeah, just throwing it out there. But I get a little light clay there. That's what brought up Ghost and lemongrass.
Oh, lemongrass. I would agree with you on that. Yes.
Yeah. Boy, did I hit a tangent there. That wasn't in our notes.
That's probably the citrus sweetness I was getting is that lemongrass. I would agree. If you want to know what malt is, get this.
I don't know though. See, I have a little bit harder time picking it. I mean, yeah, I can get the maltiness, but it's not like a Tomatin 12.
Yeah, exactly. If you really want to know what malt is, the Tomatin 12.
A Tomatin 12 is going to show you the malt. Boom, you got it. This has a lot of complexities and some subtleties underneath. I mean, I get maybe like a little bit of spice, a soft aftertaste that is it lingers, but it's very faint. And almost a creaminess after everything's gone and done. And so it plays out a little bit. It's got some little things underneath, and that high 50 ABV really surprises me for what is really considered kind of their entry-level bottle. So, yeah, just really, everything about it is kind of surprising. I can see how they kind of got their name for standing alone and doing their own thing.
Just as you were talking, and I did your open mouth breather.
That's
thing.
the open mouth breather.
And I got
technique.
the malt forefront.
Yes. Sorry. We got to name that. I'm sure somebody knows what it's really called.
Yes.
I mean, they'll call me out when I can say the pommel instead of a cross guard, but let me know what the open mouth breathing Bart technique is really called. 89 is my score. Love this. Love what Bruichladdich doing. And I'm glad somebody told me how to say their name properly.
Bruichladdich.
Yeah, it's not Bruichladdich.
Bruichladdich.
Bruichladdich. Bruichladdich. It's awesome.
88 from
phenomenal. And an 89. And an 89. All right. Nice sriracha.
Thank you.
Bingo.
I think maybe if they could put a gauge, maybe some sort of
you want like one clear
maybe
area?
like that'd be good. Just a clear area.
A clear
so
line that you can just hold it up and see it.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Is this thing painted or something? I mean, how do they do that?
I think that's the color of the glass.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it's a coating. I don't know. Let me see what's
Way
it
to
look
go,
like
Jim
under the cork.
McEwen. Love it.
No,
Oh,
see,
yeah,
that's
look at that. It's
well, no,
glass
it's
all
clear.
through.
It's clear.
Oh, okay.
You can see it. It's like a
It's It's like a tinting?
No, it's a cover almost like it's on it. Looks like.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that's impressive. All right. Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Cilantro.
Dummies.